This is a prelude to Friday's Into Your Head radio podcast, audio, upload, file, publication, whatever we're calling it now. Today's show was below standard. If you're new to Into Your Head, I wouldn't start here. I'd start with the previous episode or any of the last few. This is below standard. It's it's not a pile. Well, it is a pile of crap, but we can't say that. You have to talk things up here. So no, today's show is absolutely fucking fantastic. It just mightn't fall well on fresh ears, if you get my drift. So if you're new to the show, don't start here. If you're not new to the show though, this is good enough for you. You already like me, so I don't have to try too hard. So I'm getting comfortable with the listener here. You already like this crap, so it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm allowed to have an off day every now and then. I can tell you today, I sure to hell as Christ as hell had an off day. It's hard to describe, so you'd better just listen to the whole thing to find out why. Anyway, on with the introductory segment. I wish I could put in something in here that could redeem the show in some way. Let's see, what could I do? Because there's still another couple of minutes to fill. Could I do a little song? No. I tried that in the crap bit. It didn't really work. You'll see later. Spoiler alert. Spoiler removed here. So the spoiler alert status can stand down. There's no spoiler in here. Thanks to my vigilance in the spoiler alert system. It's absolutely fine. The spoiler alert system worked on this occasion. In fact, it did its job so well that we don't need a spoiler alert. Absolutely fine. There's something that went well today. At least that's a start. But no, the rest of this pile of crap. Anyway, on with the show.
Into Your Head.
You join me at a tremendously exciting moment. It's Into Your Head, number 580 for Friday. We've a lot to get on with today. Items that need to be attended to, issues that need to be addressed, topics. Oh, topics. We've got lots and lots of topics. We're positively booming to the seams with topics. We've got topics coming out of my mouth and into this frigging microphone that's right in front of my face here. Thrust into my face. I can't ignore it. And that's the way it should be. Why would I ignore a microphone when I'm recording a podcast? No. That's like ignoring a cat while you're cramming tuna into a bowl with a view to having the cat eat it, which I did earlier. Tuna juice. I squeezed the juice out of an entire can of tuna and gave the juice to the cats, because I don't want the juice. I have no use for tuna juice in my life, other than to give it to my 8 cats. The same with chicken skins. Chicken skins are not for human consumption, they're for cat consumption. The same with cat food. Cat food is not, if you're ever down in the freaking grocery store and you see a big oil labelled cat food, you probably won't, it'll probably say pet food. They rarely give the cats their own oil. No, the dogs get their own oil, even though there's more cats than dogs, I assume. But the dog food takes up more space. They have big freaking 8 gallon bags of dog food, and then they have these little shitty thimbles full of cat food, and you're supposed to feed that to 8 cats, so you have to buy 850 of them. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. That's what it is, in my humble opinion. Although who am I to dictate to these supermarkets what they can and can't sell in terms of cat food quantity sizes? I have no idea. Let me just mark this envelope for myself here. I have to send something to my brother in America land, so I'm putting out this envelope to remind me and putting his name on it. There, his name's on it now. My brother's name is on this envelope, so there's absolutely no chance that I can forget to mail this or post it, as us non-foreigners say. My brother is a foreigner now, so he says, mail it. Will you mail it? Although, lady, I must check that email he sent to me. Did he ask me to mail it or did he ask me to post it? Let's have a look at this now. Can you? Oh no, he didn't say post. He didn't say mail it. That's unusual. He didn't use the Americanism for it. Although he did say, "Can you pick me up one of these?" Which is an American thing. We don't say "pick me up" over there, over here. So the first half of his request is, "Can you pick me up one of these?" Which is an Americanism, and the second half he said, "and post it to me," which is an Irishism. So that's very diplomatic of my brother there, I must say. He did half American, half Irish. No wonder he fits in so well over there. My brother lives among you foreigners in America. It's absolutely fucking fantastic. Anyway, enough about that. My brother is not a person of the internet and is not a topic for discussion on this show. So let's pretend he doesn't exist. You'd probably find it easier to do that if I hadn't told you that he existed. Well, I didn't tell you he existed. I just told you a story about an anecdote about him. I never said or implied that he existed. I did not. If I tell you about a story about a shark jumping up through my bedroom window earlier this morning and crashing through it and breaking the microphone here, would you assume that was true? You would not, unless I said this story is true, which I wouldn't have unless it was. So you can be, if you ever have any problems trying to figure out whether anything on this show is a story in the future, just rewind and see, did I say this is a real story? Because if I didn't, then you can take it it's not until further notice. Where are we? Oh, we're at the beginning of the show. That's absolutely fantastic. We're 4 minutes and 29 seconds into the beginning of the show. When do we get past the beginning of the show, I wonder? Is it after I put in some introductory music here and then start the next segment? Maybe I won't do that then. Maybe I'll just keep this going, will I? Maybe we won't have an opening music thing at all. Maybe we won't have a break for the beginning of the show. Fucking ridiculous. Typical. This is what's come of me. I've been taking too much commercial media, so I have a hint in my head now that you have to have a short introduction and then an opening music sequence and then you start the show. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. This isn't a late show with David Letterman. This isn't the news where they say hello and welcome to the news. On today's show, bong, cat falls out the window, bong, shark comes in through the window but it's not true, bong, the Prime Minister of what's his face has done something, bong, the Pope has farted, bong, later in the show we'll be telling you about Beyonce's fiancé. Anyway, hello and welcome to the show.
This is J. Edgar Case here. Whenever I am listening to fine podcasts, I tune into your head program because it's very clean.
Boil 2 chicken breasts until soft, add bacon strips and half a chopped cucumber and leave to simmer for 20 minutes. Next, boil a pint of milk until it bubbles over. Now, finally admit that you don't know what you're doing and go look for a fucking recipe. Two cats walk into a bar. One of the cats straight away says, "Ow, that fucking hurt." The other cat says, "Stop it, that has bells on, it's so old. Will you feck off? We're not walking into a bar here as in an iron bar hanging off a crane. If we had, we're just cats, it would probably kill us. What the fuck is funny about that? No, let's just get on with this exercise without the crap puns and jokes." The other cat doesn't reply because he's dead. He's walked into a bar. That's a little joke for you there. Thank Christ I'm not a cat walking into a bar with another cat here, because the other cat wouldn't be very impressed, and I'd be dead, which would be, that would suck monkey nuts. That's what it would do. Speaking of monkey nuts, I'm about to speak of monkey nuts now in the next segment. Here we go. Monkey nuts, that's what they called them. They called them big steaming, piss-smelling piles of monkey nuts. Not that there's any. That's not to cast aspersions on everything in the world that has steam coming out of it. No, it's possible to have steam coming out of you and not smell of piss. Although I can't imagine how. Just because I can't imagine how, that doesn't mean anything. Just because I'm limited by the boundaries of my imagination and my knowledge of the laws of science. It seems that the more you know about science, the more limited your imagination is. I know, for example, that I can't fly. So if I stand up here and try to imagine myself jumping out the window and flying, I have an imagination failure there, because I can't imagine it, because I know it's bullshit. Although, if that particular so-called law was removed from my memory, then I could expand my imagination. I could imagine myself. Can you hear this? I'm moving my chair. I got a new office chair. Now that's not an admission of defeat, because I know I've said several times on the show recently that I need to oil my chair. I did oil my chair in the end, but I also came upon an opportunity to acquire a new office chair, and acquire a new office chair I did, and it moves like it's got a back on it. I can lean my back against the back of the chair for the first time in about 2 years. I'd forgotten that chairs have backs. I thought the back of a chair was a thing that broke off after a year, and then you used it. You used it as a front wall of your computer corner in the hall to stop the cats pissing on it. That's what I thought. The back of a leather chair makes an excellent barrier to put in front of your computer if you have it out in the hall, in the corner, in an open press. It's absolutely fucking fantastic. Where was I? Oh yes, the imagination. It's all about imagination all across the American nation. There you go. There's a bit of verse for you. I'm not averse to a bit of verse. Ho ho ho. Are you averse to a bit of verse? You probably are. Most people are. Most people are averse to anything that's not with which they're not familiar. They say, "Oh, that's a new thing. I'm averse to that." No, I'm not having any of that. I'm having nothing new in my life today. I'm going to get up and go for the 8:05 a.m. train like I've done every morning for the past 23 years, 7 months, 2 weeks, and 3 days, and I'm going to damn well go off and do my thing. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open up a copy of the Irish Times and do the simplex crossword. Then I'm going to do the first 3 clues on the complex crossword, and then I'm going to draw a cat over the rest of the clues and give up and read the TV pages, even though I only list 6 channels and I have 872 channels now. Why are we still putting TV listings in the newspaper when we know damn well, to sure as Christ as hell, that there's absolutely no way they could fit all of those channels on the page? No, absolutely fucking ridiculous. I might go out and post this letter in a while. I'm not sure. I have to get a thing to put in the envelope first. So it's not a letter as such. It's a thing that I'm putting in an envelope and sending, which I suppose is, as far as you're concerned, it may as well be a letter, because that's all you're going to know about it. But to me, it's not a letter, and to me, that's a relief, because I don't have to write a frigging letter. I'm not into writing letters. I do, however, have to get a thing with which to stuff the envelope, and then close the envelope, and then post it. I have to post the frigging envelope and its contents. Maybe I should put a note on the envelope saying, please transport this envelope and its contents intact to the address below. Although there's no room, because I've already written airmails in giant block capitals 3 times on the front and once on the back, because I can't be arsed to buy a special airmail sticker. I'm not going up to the frigging post office just for one airmail stamp. Oh, I'll use 2 national stamps and write airmail all over it and say, this is an overpayment by approximately, what is it? I'd say about 45 cents. But you may keep the change. Please donate it to a local cat charity of your choice. And send me some. You don't need to send me a receipt because that'll reduce the amount of money that the cat charity gets. That's what I usually do when I'm sending airmail. I'm not going out purchasing different denominations of stamps. For fuck's sake, don't be fucking ridiculous. 2 55-cent stamps will do it, and it'll fucking have to do it. As far as I'm concerned, anyway. I know things may be different from you, but that's because you're in a different country, probably. So the stamp situation will be different where you are anyway. I believe some of you have a system whereby you can just put your frigging post in a box outside your house and somebody will collect it. We don't have that privilege here. Over here, you have to get up off your arse and go down to either the post office or the nearest pillar box, which in this case is 10 minutes away. If you need a frigging stamp or you need to get something down the town, then you have to damn well go down the town. And you might as well go to the post office while you're there. Is this getting a bit too detailed for you? Well, I'm very sorry. I'm not being simple enough for you today. I'm just not just talking about cat shit. I'm talking about real life, my real day-to-day life. I do other stuff than this, stuff like what I've just described. Connie's mole chopped into your head. The facility described in the following announcement by Dustin Meehan is now also available for users of Amazon.ca, which is it's an abbreviation of Amazon.Canada, except if you were to type in Amazon.Canada into your browser, you probably wouldn't get anywhere. So it's not really an abbreviation as such. It's an address which you don't go to, you go through my link, as described herein in the following. On with the brief thing. The brief thing that follows. We're about to have a thing. That's what's about to happen. What's about to happen here. You should be familiar with this from having spent your entire life so far exposed to mass amounts of media. What's about to happen here is basically a commercial of sorts, except it's not a commercial. It's a commercial that helps this show stay in existence. So you should prick up rather than your usual habitual thing of turning off when you hear advertisements. You need to listen to this because this concerns you greatly. Everything in the world should concern you greatly. If a nuclear World War III launched today, that should concern you greatly, regardless of whether or not it's commercial. There's more to life than worrying about whether something is going to take money off you or give you an opportunity to help a podcast, But on this occasion, you should listen to the following, which is going to do both, but is also good. You like good things, so if you like good things, you need to tune in, prick up your ears and listen to Dustin as he embarks on the following announcement on behalf of Into Your Head Radio. Hello.
Do you ever shop at Amazon.com or
Christ.
Amazon UK? Get there through Neal's special Amazon links, and Into Your Head gets a generous cut. Every time. Just buy anything. It's that simple and doesn't cost you anything extra. Just visit intoyourhead.com/offers every time you're about to buy anything on Amazon and follow the special Amazon.com or Amazon.co.uk links to start shopping. The best thing? Your favorite podcast. That's Into Your Head, the one that now comes out every 50 hours all week long, gets a commission and you don't pay a penny extra. Just visit intoyourhead.com/offers and click on the Amazon links to begin. The more you spend in any Amazon department, the better. It's just like donating to that show, except you don't part with any money. Visit intoyourhead.com/offers to begin. That's intoyourhead.com/offers. And after you've done that, how about you reward the voiceover dude by checking out my weekly music show via intoyourhead.com/Dustin.
Hello. This is the me of the future. The me of the approximately 90 seconds into the future after the end of the previous segment, with which I'm very disappointed. I'm very disappointed with that segment. It wasn't good at all. It was very poor. You can't be on your top form every day, so I suppose that's okay. But still, I just wanted to be known that last segment is not up to my desired standard. And if I had my way, there'd never be any segments of that standard, except on other podcasts. That's fine. In fact, I'd be quite happy for segments like that to appear on other podcasts, because I'm competing with them. Incidentally, if you're in the iTunes store, Paddy, you do me a fucking favour. Search for Into Your Head. You'll come across the main Into Your Head feed and the new Into Your Head reruns feed, which has just been added to the iTunes store. Do me a fucking favour and give them a maximum star rating, and preferably write a review as well. It helps me up the charts. Give me a fucking break here. Give me. No, not on top form at all today. Can't always be. It's too much to expect as being 780 plus episodes of this now. They can't all be absolutely fucking fantastic. Because if they were, what would you have to compare them against? Absolutely nothing. That's what you'd have. If I had made 780 top-notch episodes, how would you know? You wouldn't, because there'd be nothing to compare. Maybe I have then. Maybe I have made 780 although it seems unlikely. I can't tell, because the first couple of episodes 1 and 2 and some others I'm missing parts of, so I can't tell what they were like, although I suspect they were a pile of crap. Piles of crap sitting on the lawn. Oh no, those are birds. I'm looking out at that public lawn again. There's several birds there. No cats. There's 8 cats in this house and several birds just flying around happily around the lawn outside. That's complacency. That's what that's called. Complacency. A place full of birds from which there is an absence of bird murdering going on. I suppose that's fair enough. They're just as entitled to inhabit the earth as my cats are. But still, it does lead me to wonder where the cats are and what they are doing. Maybe I should go and check. They can't be still licking the frigging tuna juice from the frigging bowls, because they were bone dry last time I looked. So that leads me. This is a load of crap as well, isn't it? This segment is a pile of crap. Crippity, crappity, crappity, crippity, crappity, crappity, crippity, 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 crap, crappity, crippity, 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 crappity, crippity, crippity, crap, crippity, crippity, crap, crippity, 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 crap, crippity, 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 crap, 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 oh, crippity, crippity, crap, crippity, crippity, crap, crippity, 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 crap. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to fade that out, interrupt it, because as I think we've established quite firmly, if we've achieved nothing today, we've at least established quite firmly that was a load of crap, and you can't say I didn't warn you. The entire substance of the whole thing is me calling it crap, so no complaints needed there. I'm well aware it was crap, and I made you well aware that I was aware that it was crap. By saying crap, crippity crap basically means, well, it's slang. I think I probably picked it up from watching Charlie and the Chocolate Factory or something. Did they say crippity crap in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Not the original one, the remake. Maybe they didn't. If they did, it certainly instantly now reduces my respect for that movie. If they did, I must look that up whether they said crippity crap in that, because I don't think that would be an appropriate thing for a movie of that genre. That genre of movie should not have songs going crippity crap, or even anyone just saying crippity crap. You could say crippity cat, I suppose, but no, there's kids going to watch that sort of thing. You can't be saying crap all the time. You can say crap on this show because this show is not for kids, but Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, you expect to be able to bring kids to things. At least I do. Fortunately, I don't have any kids, so it doesn't arise. But suffice to say, no, load of crap. So I'm feeling that out now. I suppose I could just not put it into the show at all. But then how would you know it was crap? I could just say, I recorded the thing earlier and it was crap. So I left it out. You'd have no way of verifying that. I could be just lying about it. So no, I'll leave that in so we can this segment is a bit crap too, isn't it? No. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I've had my energy drink, I've had my coffee, I've had a good night's sleep, everything's fine, but no, I'm not on top form here at all as regards content. Will we do a pre-written piece? I suppose we will. It's all I've got left. That's my last thing that I have available to throw into this, so you might as well throw it in and see if it does anything. Johnny Cash and the String Vest issue by me of the past. I must admit that after first watching the movie Walk the Line, based on the biography of Johnny Cash, a long-held bitterness about the world's attitude to white vests was reawakened in me. For those who don't know, this all started a number of years ago when I spent a summer working as a sock model for an underwear manufacturer here on the east coast of Ireland. You are probably not aware that there were two completely different ways of making string vests. The traditional method, of course, involved simply knitting the vest from a long roll of white string. This was perfectly adequate for many centuries, when the only cats were tigers and lions who lived far away in the jungle and were of no particular threat to the average male whose string vest had a loose thread. When wild cats wanted some string to play with, they just had to go find themselves a sheep. Then, of course, somebody invented the domestic cat and everything unravelled. So the clothes designers came up with a new idea. Most modern string vests are made by punching a series of holes into a plain white t-shirt until it becomes effectively a string vest, with the advantage of not being made from a ball of string. Now, these vests bear absolutely no relation to the awful string vests of the early 20th century, yet apparently it is uncool to be seen wearing one. However, if the aforementioned movie is to be believed, Johnny Cash's career was going reasonably well until he ditched his cool white vests and started to dress entirely in black. A feeble attempt, of course, to turn himself into an artificial black cat, thereby attracting good luck. However, Cash apparently misunderstood the concept of crossing your path. Rather than traversing the carriageway directly from one side to the other, as any competent black cat will do, Cash decided to stop halfway across. Then, in a pathetic attempt to outdo his feline heroes, he walked the line. The result, of course, was Cash's infamous arrest for jaywalking, followed by a spell in prison, and rightly so. But the point is, Johnny Cash has recently attracted a new generation of young fans, despite having been seen blatantly wearing a white vest on at least 2 occasions, as depicted in this authorised biographical movie. Not only that, there have been several films over the years in which vest wearers have been depicted as tremendously cool and macho. Martin Sheen in Wall Street, for example, and that guy in Rambo, and Bruce Willis in pretty much everything except, of course, The Sixth Sense, in which he played deleted. I've deleted a couple of potential spoiler words here in case you haven't seen the film yet. Those guys don't wear string vests because if they did, you would be able to see their decomposed decomposing arms, and that would distract you from what they are saying. There's nothing more irritating than having somebody stare at your decomposing elbows when you're trying to subtly explain a major plot point through a conversation with another character. Anyway, the point is, I've never managed to get the hang of these damn subtle differences between the real cat, the real world, and the world of make-believe. Just last night, at time of writing several years ago, I dreamed that I was eating a cat, yet when I woke up I was ravenously hungry. That's ridiculous. There must have been at least a half-pound of meat on that thing, for of course a dream interpreter will charge you a week's wages to tell you that the cat whose meat you ate in the dream was made of black matter, like the stuff they've discovered in black holes in space, so it just makes your stomach even less full than it was before you started the dream. Then you pay another week's wages to a nutritionist who'll tell you that cats don't contain enough vitamin C and you damn well better buy a bucket of those orange tablets or you'll die. Well, I didn't buy them and I'm still here. Instead, I fed them to a neighbour's black cat. My experience with the dream interpreter has led me to believe that a black cat is some sort of weird creature that's made from antimatter. If that's the case, they probably spend their entire day getting hungrier and hungrier. Poor bastards. So anyway, I ate it. Hello, it's me. The real me, not the scripted me. The real me, back again. That was a pile of crap. It was quite good with the ending. Sucked monkey nuts. It didn't translate well to audio, in my humble opinion, although you're free to form different opinions than me, I suppose. I'm not infallible. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not infallible, but you may differ on that. You may believe me to be infallible. Oh Christ, this is crap. Shut the fuck up, Neal. Shut the fuck up and end this show and come back to it afresh next time. Let's just hope that nobody new to Into Your Head listened to this appalling drivel. Absolute crap. Piffle, 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 piffle. I need a piss. That's what I need. It's not going to sort out the world's problems or prevent World War Nuclear 3, but it will empty my bladder. I might be able to come back at this and look at it with a fresh mind, as I figure out how to frigging edit it in a way that will make it semi-palatable to someone other than a cat who eats its own spit off its arse. Are you a cat who eats its own spit off its arse? If you are, please share this with your friends on Facebook, because we need more like you, especially when on days like this. We need more people like you who lick their arses. Anyway, good morning.
Sit, Frosty, sit. Good cat.